I'm Nick Flanagan.
I'm Sarah Bailey.
I'm Susie B.
I'm Teddy Bear.
I'm Dan Hacker.
I'm Alex Baldwin. Hey Dan, did you hear about that fire February 2nd, 1979?
Yes, I heard that fire destroyed several buildings that night.
Yes, I heard that the guy who started the fire was named Peter William Lavelle.
Didn't he steal a sum of $2,000 and he started a fire upstairs, then several more fires downstairs before leaving? But why did he do this?
He wanted people to remember him, and he thought that the people of Tidioute were talking behind his back.
The fire started at 3 a.m., right?
That's right, Dan, that's right.
Lavelle was charged with arson and the fire, which he started about 3 a.m.
It was a Friday. The fire destroyed the following Main Street businesses: Goodwin's Department and Variety Store, Rice Heating and Plumbing, Office of Schwab's Ford Sales, Martin's Golden Dawn, Drogan Hardware, and Michelin Main Beauty Salon.
Apartments destroyed were lived in by Sandra Westfall, Homer Miller, Preston Cottrell, Bill and Sherry Johnson, and 2-year-old daughter Nicole Lynn, Miss Johnson's grandfather, Glenn Bless, and their niece Kimberly Giesen, 15, stayed overnight after babysitting.
Injured were Tidioute Fire Chief John McMangle and West Hickory firefighter Frank Reese. McMangle was admitted for treatment for exhaustion and smoke inhalation. Reese was released after treatment for injuries received when a hose nozzle blew up. Several other firemen were treated for smoke inhalation, cuts, and burns at the scene.
Hopefully Tidioute will never see this kind of devastation.
You will be learning about Tidioute flood in 1913.
Mother Nature decided we needed more water, so it began to rain. This caused a large amount of snow in the area to melt rapidly.
This began on March 26th, and the waters continued to rise, and conditions were worse than the 27th.
Several railroad workers were stranded near Tidioute, and their food supply ran out. It was arranged to take them food to last them several days once transportation was made available.
Many people had to leave their houses because the water was so high. 18 inches of water or more covered the floors of many houses and businesses. The waters was within 2 feet of the bottom of the bridge.
Then late in the day, on the 27th, the water began to recede.
Brakes and gas mains have caused an inconvenience and possible danger.
The cost of the damage was in excess of $100,000 across Warren County, and it took a great deal of time to recover from this disaster.
It was a normal spring day, except it was very humid. Life was going on like normal. Everyone was ranting about the tornadoes that were predicted, but they said tornadoes would never come to Tidioute because of the mountain. It was on May 31st, 1985. It was strangely calm. Then around 7:30, 7:55 in Tidioute, PA, a tornado hit. Tornadoes don't usually come to this town, but a F3 tornado hit. For those of you who are sitting there saying to yourself, I don't even know what F1 or F2 tornado is, how would I know what a F3 tornado is? Well, a F1 is a moderate tornado, wind speed 73 to 112 miles per hour. F2 and F3 is on the Pearson scale. It is a scale for rating tornado intensity based primarily on the damage tornadoes inflict on human-built structures and vegetation. There were at least 42 tornadoes touching down at the time. There were 4 tornadoes that crossed the Ohio and Pennsylvania border. 88 people did not survive, but 64 deaths out of the 88 occurred in Pennsylvania. It was said that this outbreak would become the worst in this region and the 13th worst in the United States. Some other places besides Tidioute that hit were Jamestown, Atlantic, Tionesta, Albion, Kane, and Marionville. F3 tornado moved east starting 3 miles west of Tidioute and ending 3 miles south of Cherry Grove. 32 buildings were damaged or destroyed, and 8 people were injured along a 17-mile long track. Almost the entire track was in the Allegheny National Forest, thus reducing injury, death, and building damage. However, many trees were snapped and uprooted in heavily wooded areas.
The path this tornado in Tidioute took was long and destructive. It came down Babylon Hill, jumping across the river. It destroyed the trailer owned by an elderly couple. It knocked down the abandoned Riverview School. It completely destroyed the McLaughlin construction building, carrying a steel I-beam up the hill, dragging it across the road, causing it to dig an inch-deep gouge across Route 337. Also destroyed was the Twin Kiss ice cream stand and restaurant. The home of Marion Daxner was completely knocked down except for an exterior wall. A neighboring house was the outside removed, leaving the interior of the building. The twister continued over Bucktown Hill. Much of this destruction was contained to wooded areas, but came out of the woods near the McKean farm. It took out every building on the farm except for the house. It then moved on, toppling the barn belonging to Charles Hards. It proceeded to flip 2 trailers. The woman living in the one trailer was not home, but Wallace and Alice Martin were blown from their trailer as it was destroyed. They were uninjured and were able to walk to shelter after the tornado. The tornado then continued towards Sheffield through the National Forest. For many years, panic would overtake the many citizens of the small community of Tidioute. Every time a storm would form, people are somewhat safer than they were then. Since technology has improved at predicting storms, also people would never doubt the possibility of tornadoes occurring here again.